Previously on Dungeons and Drimbus.
The trip back to Longreach is silent and somber.
I trust you were able to, and you're giant now, so I see you must have found it. Shall we? Your reward and the fate of Longreach awaits.
We must save the planet!
Oh, bless you all, this town will never forget you. And Filgar opens the scroll and reads the words, and the small pot of the cure on the ground begins to grow and grow and grow. Jeremiah sees this huge pot of the cure and finally snaps.
I need it.
Jeremiah, no!
I need it.
What is the meaning of this?
My liege, I do believe the cure may be highly addictive.
I'm really starting to question our alliance with Highclaw.
Daryl walks up to you and goes,
Thank you all. You've really helped us a great deal. The people may suffer for a while, but after they get to live, thanks to you. Go ahead and take Sigmund's ship. I'll order him a new one.
You walk back to the cove where you left Sigmund's ship, and one of the Gorallans walks over carrying a rowboat over his head. You carefully place Kateshi's body into the rowboat, Gorvin's body into the rowboat, and the firewood into the boat. You push the boat out to sea, and the rowboat burns, and you see the smoke rising to the sky.
Well, it was an honor to meet you all. Maybe I'll see you again one day.
As Longreach grows distant, you see a bird flying in the same direction that you are moving, carrying something.
Can someone read this aloud, please?
They know.
All of a sudden, a fog begins to swell around the entire ship. Can't see anything, but I'm maintaining course. All of a sudden, a fog begins to swell around the entire ship. In mere seconds, the ship is completely engulfed in the fog, and you can hardly see in front of yourselves, let alone where the ship is or where it's even headed.
Jezeline, are we okay to continue sailing?
Can't see anything, but I'm maintaining course.
Okay.
Hey, Jargen, since you're big and all, do you want to scout ahead and make sure we don't crash into anything?
On what, my legs? I'm not fantasy Jesus Christ. I'm close, but not quite.
All right, fair enough.
Everybody roll a listen.
No, freaking tickles.
Nat 20 plus 4 is 24.
19. 17.
2.
You hear the clanking and rattling of chains around you, and then you hear whispers. And Jargen, you feel your body, your power.
No! Ultimate form. No! As he starts shrinking, he feels it. He sees like his pinky finger starts to get smaller first, and he goes, and then there's just a tiny Jargen on the deck going, no!
I'm gonna look at Heartlock and be like, do you have any idea what just happened?
I don't know, but I am going to miss that massive rock bottom.
Alright, I'm gonna ask someone else next time. Wrong person to ask. Damn it.
The chains continue to rattle around you and clank, but you can't see them.
Does it sound like they're coming from like beneath us in the water or nearby?
It is hard to pinpoint. They sound all around.
Then I'm gonna search for the chains.
12.
There's a 19.
13.
13 as well.
All of a sudden, a spearhead connected to a chain shoots into Jeremiah's thigh.
Jesus!
Oh no!
And Jeremiah, you look up to see a chain devil clinging to the top of the mast with one hand holding onto a chain that is wrapped around it.
Now a chain devil appears human in shape and size, but chains wrap it like a shroud, every length ending in a blade, a hook, or a ball. The chains seemed to slither and slide over the creature's form, almost as if they were alive.
Roll initiative.
Is Jeremiah okay? Am I all right?
Roll initiative.
18.
An 8 from me.
11 for Heartlock.
11 for RyAnna as well. Heartlock.
Look at us.
Look at us.
Twinsies.
The chain devil hooked to the mast of the ship.
And the flesh of Jeremiah.
It has one chain coming out of its arm that is hooked to Jeremiah. The other arm is using a chain that's wrapped around the mast. It wraps Jeremiah's chain around the mast and then lets go of the other chain that is wrapped around the mast, so it falls, pulling Jeremiah up by the leg to the top of the mast.
Help.
And Jeremiah smacks into the mast for a second. That smack pauses the fall of the chain devil for a second as Jeremiah then swings around the rest of the mast. The chain devil lands at its feet. Jeremiah, you fall all the way down onto the deck.
It's one way to get rid of 32 health. Thanks God.
Jeremiah, you take -10.
Oh, good. I'm so happy.
That being said, Jeremiah, you are first.
Oh, great. What can I do here? I could pull my crossbow out of my pocket and aim at the stupid chain devil. 17.
Jeremiah lands on his back, pulls his crossbow out to fire, and it hits the chains and bounces off the chain devil.
Excuse me.
Then, from the other side of the boat, a chain devil starts clawing over, and this one is covered in black chains. And this one throws a chain at Jeremiah.
Jesus!
Overkill here.
That chain devil throws a chain around Jeremiah, and the two chain devils together start pulling on Jeremiah's left leg and right arm. They're trying to pull Jeremiah apart.
Ow.
Oh, no.
Ow.
Dude, what?
Benton
No.
comes out from below deck, and he hears all this, and he sees his poor dad getting pulled apart by the two chain devils. He is still naked, so you see right in front of your very eyes, Svendon kind of just crouches down, and then you see his bones start cracking, and fingers start extending, and fur appearing to grow on Svendon until he is fully transformed into his werewolf form. He roars at the sky and runs over to pull his dad out of the chains, and he does so successfully.
That's a good boy.
You said one of them, it's like right over the edge of the ship.
Right, yeah.
RyAnna wants to kick that one off. 15.
It pulls the rest of its body and flips over you and onto the deck of the ship. Jezeline sees all this, quickly grabs the boys, runs below deck, and locks the latch to protect them.
TT the monkey follows them inside as well.
Heartlock is gonna clench his fists, which now glow with this like jade energy that kind of looks kind of like the same color as his eyes, and he's gonna start charging towards the chain devil that just flipped over RyAnna onto the deck, and he says,
"Fight with righteous fury. We have aught to lose but our chains."
And then is gonna unleash a flurry of blows. 16 and a crit.
So roll for the nat 20.
Okay, so then it's 8 and 8.
Heartlock runs after the chain devil covered in black chains. The chain devil throws a chain, tries to whip at Heartlock, and Heartlock grabs onto that chain and uses the momentum to swing around and knee the chain devil right in the head, knocking it down to the ground, doing 16 points of damage.
Okay, so Jargen is on the bow of the ship, sobbing over his loss of size. And he starts to pick himself up and he says, "You may have taken my size, but you cannot take my rage!" And you see the one eye that's not covered by the eye patch light up like it usually does, and he rages. And he's gonna run up to the silver devil, and he's gonna try and grab the arm that is hooked into Jeremiah. And he's actually gonna also power up a power attack. So he's gonna swing back he's gonna take 2 points off his attack to hit, and if he lands, add that to his damage. And he's gonna swing into the arm and try and sever it from the chain devil's body. That is a 27 minus 2, assuming that hits. 3 plus 2, that is 5 points of damage.
Jargen runs over to Jeremiah, who is being embraced right now by werewolf Sventon. The black chains freed from Jeremiah. However, the spear still embedded in Jeremiah's thigh.
Ow.
And then Jargen runs to the steel chain devil, swings his scimitar, and cuts the arm right off. The chain devil kicks Jargen back, picks up the arm that has been severed, and places it onto the stump, and the arm reattaches to its body.
Wow. How about that?
The black chain devil is actually going to go to Heartlock. Heartlock, you see its face all of a sudden begin to shapeshift into Highclaw's previous king, King Benedictus, and it laughs at you. Heartlock, roll a will saving throw.
Okay.
What the hell?
Oh my god.
no.
3 plus 4 is 7.
So Heartlock sees the face of his bitter enemy, a man he knows from his past. This distracts him, and this is going to make a -2 penalty on your next attack roll.
So yeah, Heartlock is furious. He goes,
This isn't possible! I killed you!
And now it wraps a black chain around Heartlock's neck. The chain then ignites, setting Heartlock ablaze. Take 1 fire damage.
okay.
Jump! I feel like I have nothing to help. Can we want to talk to them? I don't know.
Yeah, I think diplomacy is really the answer here.
Do you think so? I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
I want to do what Jargen did and cut off the arm that chain is attached to get Heartlock out of that. 18.
RyAnna runs up to the black chain devil, grabs the arm that it's not using on Heartlock, pulls it up and tries to saw at the arm with a dagger, hitting the chain and realizing very quickly that this is a fruitless effort.
Okay, so it's the chain that's setting me on fire?
Correct.
And it's still attached to my neck?
Yes.
Heartlock is going to try to yank it by his neck off the deck of the ship as he tries to jump off.
Whoa. Okay. You will take a -2 penalty on attack rolls this round.
Oh my god. 3 minus 2 is 1.
It allows you to leap over the ship.
Oh, okay.
But the chains tighten and you kind of dangle. And oxygen starts becoming very, very
scarce. Yeah.
Scarce.
Considering there's fire around me, yeah. Also, I'm on fire. So how does that play out?
You're gonna take 1 fire damage, and the chain devil is relishing, like holding you up with its arms as your body weight kind of suffocates you over the side of the boat as you are burning on fire.
It's like the worst game of Hangman ever.
Jargen is gonna run to the side of the ship and leap off and try and grab the chain above where it's hanging Heartlock, and by holding onto it at full body weight with momentum, do enough to send the chain devil into the water so that it frees Heartlock. 24.
Oh, nice.
Jargen sees this, leaps over the side of the ship, and grabs onto the flaming chain and yanks down. And the chain devil uses its other hand to swing a chain with a kind of like a scythe blade to hook into the side of the boat. So it's holding up you and Heartlock. And then you kind of slide down onto burning Heartlock, and your weight kind of helps loosen him, and you both fall into the water. Jargen, you take -1 fire damage. You both plummet into the water. Jargen grabs Heartlock's hand, and with his other hand, Jargen clings to the side of the boat.
Oh, wow. It's no regular Jason Statham. I love it.
The steel chain devil, now that Jeremiah has fallen onto his back, it yanks you towards it again, away from Sventon with one chain. The other one, it raises in the air and starts whipping you repeatedly with the chain. The chain sprouts razor-edged barbs, and it continues to beat you with the chain.
Please
while
stop.
you're on the ground. Jeremiah puts his hands up, desperately trying to block the barrage of blows, but it's no use. You take 5 damage, Jeremiah. And now the black chain devil, who has lost its grip on Heartlock and Jargen, it looks at RyAnna. It starts swinging its chain like in a airplane propeller in front of it, and then that chain ignites. So now there is a wheel of fire kind of in front of it. Then it swipes at RyAnna, and RyAnna jumps over the chain whip of fire, dodging successfully.
So Heartlock is just gonna cough up some seawater.
If I should ever start my monastery again, I will pass down tales of your heroism.
Heartlock climbs up the ship and flips over onto the deck in mere seconds. Jargen, determined but not as nimble, is clawing his way up the boat. Makes it about 3/4 of the way up. All of a sudden, the anchor starts floating out of its socket, connected to that huge chain, and that giant anchor sweeps across the whole deck, landing on anybody who is on deck.
What?
Wow. Except Jeremiah.
Except Jeremiah.
Yeah, to hell with Sven, as long as Jeremiah's fine.
Right, damn.
Everyone takes 6 damage as they're clotheslined by the giant chain.
That ain't nothing.
The anchor kind of slams into the side wall of the ship, now on the deck. And the chain devil uses this time to get to its feet. The black chain devil looks over the side of the boat and sees Jargen climbing and swings down, attempting to hit Jargen. Jargen leaps to another ledge to the right out of the way as he continues to climb.
RyAnna would like to try and stab the steel chain devil in the eye with her fork. 17.
RyAnna runs up to the steel chain devil, puts her left hand on its shoulder to spin it around, and goes right for the eye, and like a pubic hair away from its eye, or where it would be, the other hand of the chain devil snatches and grabs with one arm the wrist of RyAnna and bends it down out of the way against your will.
Jargen is from where he is. He's gonna use the momentum of the climb to kind of leap up into the air, and I think he wants to drive a scimitar through the back of the black chain devil. That's a 17 for jump.
With the might of the panther from the second episode, pulls it up, and he's now like in midair above the deck. And you are attempting to do what to this black chain devil?
As I come down and forward, drive the scimitar through the center of its mass. That is a 27.
Roll for damage.
That's 6.
In midair, Jargen brings his scimitar pointed down onto the back of the chain devil, and it goes right through. And then chains protrude from the chain devil's back, and they start wrapping around Jargen, and actually encourage this action and pull him closer and closer into his body. They kind of tighten around Jargen, and they ignite. So Jargen is set ablaze. You take 4 and then -1 on fire damage, so 5 damage.
I never thought I'd say this, but too hot! Too hot! I am too hot!
The steel chain devil, with its chain still attached into Jeremiah, yanks Jeremiah down onto the floor and stomps its heel into Jeremiah's eye. And with its other free hand, swings a chain at RyAnna with the razor edges on the chain, and this smacks RyAnna across the face.
Ah! Across the face. Damn, really?
Jeremiah, you take -6. RyAnna, -10.
I'm going to go ahead and cast Cures Light Wounds on myself. All right, here we go. 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 12 then.
Another heel is coming down onto Jeremiah, and he rolls out of the way, whips out his harmonica.
I got 2 points. No, I got 12 points of health. Congratulations, Jeremiah. You did it. Hooray. 12 points.
Plays his little ditty advertisement is sounding harmonica song. Batteries not included as Jeremiah heals 12 points of damage.
I'm back at 14.
The steel chain devil kicks Venton back after holding him back, drags Jeremiah close again, and continues to beat Jeremiah with the whip with more fury. You take -6, Jeremiah.
The chain that's whipping me is barbed, but the one that's on me is not.
It's just impaled through you like a spear head.
Can I take it out?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Just yank it right out.
Add your strength.
That's a 7.
So Jeremiah grabs the spearhead chain that is lodged into his thigh, and he starts pulling, and it really starts hurting, so he can't take the pain, and he lets go, and the chain remains in.
Ouch. Is the boat at High Claw yet? Are we still going forward?
Are we still moving?
You don't know because of the surrounding fog all around.
Crap. Who's tangled up by one of the chains right now?
Me.
Okay. RyAnna would like to bite the devil.
Wait, Jargen's or the...
Jargen.
Okay.
No offense, Jeremiah.
She goes full Dracula on the black chain devil, biting it in the neck, and it ignores you.
No! Acknowledge me!
Jargen, as air is slowly emptying his lungs and the chains continue to tighten, he goes, I knew you were a biter!
Sventon goes to try and help his father figure who's being whipped repeatedly on the ground by the Steel Chain Devil, but Steel Chain Devil just kicks Sventon back as it continues to wail on Jeremiah.
Okay, so, I mean, Heartlock has tried to hit this thing 4 times and failed miserably, but he's really trying to get Jargen out of this thing, so he's gonna take a look at that chain, and he's going to imagine it like it's, from his training, the many planks of wood that he has punched through, and he is going to unleash a flurry of blows. It's going to be 10 and 14.
Heartlock reaches with both hands trying to grasp at Jargen, trying to help him get out of the chain, and the chain devil steps to the side and spins and elbows Heartlock in the back of the head, dropping him to the floor. The chains tighten even tighter, and Jargen is getting tunnel vision as he burns for another 1 damage.
I thought I might go out like this one day. You know what? No, screw it. He leans into the devil's ear as he's being tightened, and he goes, harder, daddy.
The chain devil beating Jeremiah, it swings its free hand with the chain with a blade, like a cleaver blade at the end of it, across Sventon, across his chest. Sventon takes minus 14 damage and falls to the floor.
Oh no.
And then Jeremiah,
yes.
The chain devil actually picks you up so that you're dangling by your thigh, like your head is now off the ground, and it gives you a nice swift kick in the face. And that does 4 damage.
Alright, I'm gonna try getting this thing out of my thigh again. I'm gonna give it a good tug. Oh, there we go. Not nat, but it's 20.
He musters up the courage. He says it's now or never to himself, puts his hand once again to attempt to pull the spear chain out of his thigh, and he does. And he falls onto the ground, onto his back, freed from the chain devil.
I'm free, baby.
Jargen, you see his head slowly droop down, and he appears to have gone unconscious.
What?
It's just from suffocation.
Oh, shit.
Jargen has passed out.
Shit.
And the rage is still burning within you, though.
My unconscious rage.
Yeah.
Heartlock is going to hustle over to Jargen and immediately administer some of the cure.
Heartlock lifts Jargen's head up to pour a little small dose of the cure into Jargen's mouth. That's it.
You feel Jargen's spirit, thank you.
So Jeremiah, the steel chain devil, backs you up menacingly against the edge of the ship, and then you see its face shapeshift into Tumbleweed's face. The one you remember. Roll a will save.
Oh my god. 14.
The chain devil's face has shapeshifted into Tumbleweed, and it barks, bark, bark, and then it walks even closer up to you.
Tumbleweed, come here, boy.
The face licks you from bottom to top, but really slow and kind of disturbingly. That distracts Jeremiah, and you will take a -2 penalty for the next 3 rounds. The black chain devil turns to RyAnna, and the face shapeshifts into your dead girlfriend, Rosalind, and you have to roll a will saving throw.
Now that's fucked up. That's not cool, man. 11.
Yeah, the black chain devil with Rosalind's face looks at you with these big, deep, longing eyes, and while you are caught off guard, a spear-headed chain flies into RyAnna's stomach.
Oh! That's cold-blooded, man. That's cold-blooded.
And that is going to do 8 points of damage.
Thanks, babe. Woo! Yeah, no, she'll just step towards Rosalind. She'll try and, like, touch her cheek and just be like, Rosalind, is it really you?
RyAnna puts her hand to the cheek of the Chain Devil with Rosalind's face. So Sventon actually charges at the Chain Devil that is trying to kind of groom and seduce Jeremiah, and it bows as Sventon leaps after it, and Sventon flies into the water.
Sventon!
The Steel Chain Devil with Tumbleweed's face on it. After it finishes licking Jeremiah, it then bites Jeremiah's neck.
Ah, that's a bad doggy. You're not Tumbleweed. You would never bite me. I'm gonna run towards the side of the boat and jump off and start looking for Sventon.
Jeremiah, you see Sventon doggy paddling towards you.
All right.
In the water, in werewolf form, and he looks at you and nods like he's okay, and starts vaulting and climbing up the side of the ship. The Black Chain Devil kicks RyAnna back, releases Heartlock, releases Jargen, falls to the floor. And then, with 2 chains with meat hooks, swings one into each of Jargen. One shoulder, boom, the other shoulder.
Am I conscious or am I still unconscious?
You're conscious, but you've woken up to 2 meat hooks lodged into your shoulders. As the Chain Devil kind of yanks you up and then swings you over the side of the boat and uses the gravity to get those hooks to tear into you. And that's going to do minus 12 damage.
RyAnna sees the Chain Devil, who she thinks is her girlfriend, throw Jargen overboard, and she's gonna smack herself a little bit. Son of a bitch! And she's gonna run over towards the Chain Devil and try and throw it overboard. 26, baby!
RyAnna slaps herself, charges at the Black Chain Devil. She wraps her arms around it as she dives into it like a football player, and the 2 of them fly overboard and into the water.
Yes!
So was I hanging off the side of the ship?
Yeah, so all 3 of you land in the water.
Hell yeah. Time to get wet, baby.
Heartlock's the only one on deck with the Silver Chain Devil.
Yeah, so there's only the Silver Chain one on board now.
Yeah, the only one on deck is the Silver Chain.
Heartlock is miserable, has seen his crew abandon ship, so he's just gonna run in and go pow pow and unleash a flurry of blows. Now it gets +1 because of the heroism thing, right?
+2.
Oh, okay, so that's actually, I think, 19 and 20.
Roll damage for the 20.
3.
Heartlock runs to the Chain Devil from the chains in the back, yanks it down, and drives an elbow onto the nose of that Chain Devil, and the Chain Devil is knocked to the ground. The Steel Chain Devil, after falling to the ground, retaliates, throws a chain around your neck and slams you face first into the ground and does 7 damage. Heartlock is knocked out by this devil.
Biscuits.
So Jeremiah climbs up the ship very quickly and makes it to the top deck just in time to see Heartlock get slammed to the ground and knocked unconscious.
Jargen, now that he's free and awake and pissed, he's not even gonna come up for air. He's gonna find the Chain Devil, grab the scimitar, and continue to drive it into its body and swim down to the bottom of the ocean with it. Like, Jargen doesn't even care about staying alive at this point. He just wants to kill this stupid fucking Chain Devil. 24.
Jargen takes his sword, drives it through the Black Chain Devil, and starts swimming down to the bottom of the ocean.
I don't want to leave Jargen alone. I think I'm gonna swim down, grab one of the chains, and help Jargen pull the Chain Devil down as well, deeper into the ocean.
Jargen, the Black Chain Devil, wraps 2 black chains, one around your neck and one around your torso. Bubbles start to float up to the surface from the chains because the chains are starting to get ignited and heating up, and the black chains turn red. Take 2 damage.
Jargen sees RyAnna swimming down to meet him, and he turns back to look at her, and he shakes his head no. He points at the Chain Devil, points up towards the ship, and then kind of puts his hand at his waist to indicate the boys. and he's gonna twist the scimitar and keep swimming down.
RyAnna is going to take note of what Jargen tried to communicate with her, and she is going to swim back up and try and climb her way back to the deck of the ship.
And now Jargen.
He's gonna keep swimming down and twisting the scimitar.
Roll the damage.
7.
Jargen twists the scimitar through the black chain devil. That does 7 points of damage as blood starts floating up to the surface from the chain devil. You see Sventon having trouble through the fog locating the steel chain devil. It wraps a chain around Heartlock. The chain kind of like tightens around the front of the ship. So Heartlock has now become like the center ornament of the ship.
Oh, nice.
Like his unconscious body tied around it.
I want to stab the thing in front of me. Oh, that's a 1.
It's a critical fail?
Yeah.
Great. Jeremiah runs to stab the steel chain devil, and the steel chain devil grabs you, falls to its back, and kicks you over the boat, and you fall into the water yet again.
All right. It's real nice in the water.
Sventon is sniffing desperately on deck, looking for either for Jeremiah or for the bad guy. Anyone at this point he is unable to locate. And the anchor starts slithering up like a snake, and it wraps itself all the way around Sventon and pins Sventon to the mast of the ship, tying Sventon down.
I guess I'll climb back up on the ship to help my boy out.
So he was able to climb up the ship and make it onto the deck once again to see Sventon get tied to the mast. Jargen, you sink with this devil deeper and deeper and deeper until the light is like gone and it's pitch black, and you don't feel the chains anymore, and you don't feel the devil either on the end of your sword. You don't see anything and you do not feel anything all the way down here in the depths of the ocean.
I'm swimming up to it so I could at least see something and searching for him.
You do so and you do not see the chain devil.
Then I guess I'll continue swimming up.
Jargen swims up to the surface, barely conscious, breathing, coughing up water, breathing heavily. The steel chain devil, it starts whipping the devil out of Sventon, who is tied up, and Sventon roars out in pain and takes 15 damage. RyAnna makes it on deck. Jargen climbs up the side of the ship using one freehand and one scimitar that he's stabbing into the side of the ship to rapidly climb and get to the deck as well.
I want to tackle this one and go right overboard with it. Get it out of here. 22.
RyAnna tackles this chain devil and starts driving it to the edge of the ship. Its feet are still planted on the ground, but it's sliding backwards as RyAnna continues to drive this chain devil all the way back to the side of the ship.
Jargen is going to take a page out of Jeremiah's book, and he's going to put the scimitar to his head like a rhino, and he's going to run at that chain devil and try and drive it through him, and with his momentum, send both of them off the side of the ship and start swimming down with him like he did with the other.
Well, that's a good idea.
29.
Roll for damage.
5.
The chain devil, now after being pushed up against the rail, it shoves RyAnna back, and Jargen comes and rhino style charges at the steel chain devil and impales it through the stomach and into the side of the ship, and a terrifying wind begins to blow, and it feels as if the boat is traveling 500 miles an hour, and the chain devil grabs Jargen, pulls him close to his face as the face of the chain devil morphs into Malachi's and yells in a voice that sounds demonic, but also like the mad dog himself, as the face ignites into an unholy flame.
Them that dies be the lucky ones, and there be plenty luck going round today.
And on that last word it speaks, the fog clears and you see for a split second a rocky shoreline as you crash directly into it at a blinding speed, and everything goes black.
What is it, TT? You want me to go to patreon.com/Drimbus? What's a Drimbus?
Have you been hanging out with Jeremiah again, TT? You want me to give a thank you to who? There's no one here. Okay. Good Lord, who? Clara Jean Kelly? Queso Loco? November Sky? Jerry Benetatos? And Terence Knox. Okay. Is that all? Oh, Titi, I don't like coffee. Really? 3 gold pieces? For a coffee? Okay. I guess I'll check the... What was it you said? The links in the description. I have no idea what you're talking about, but sure, Titi. Sure. You want a sticker, Titi? Oh, I don't really know where to find you a sticker here. You want me to tweet using hashtag Drimbus for a free sticker? What's a tweet? Is that like when RyAnna shut down that bird earlier? Or... You're a strange little bastard, you know that, Titi?